The dust of the Judean desert swirled outside the dimly lit cave, but inside, time had stopped. For nearly 2 millennia, the clay jars had guarded their secret. When a young Bedouin shepherd threw a stray stone into the dark crevice in 1947, the sharp clink of breaking pottery echoed across the canyons and changed history forever. What he found weren't jewels or gold, but ink on ancient parchment, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Among them was a copy of the Book of Isaiah, virtually identical to the text read today. But how does a collection of 66 distinct books, written by over 40 different authors across 3 continents and 1,500 years, read like a single, seamless epic? This is the story of the Holy Bible, history's ultimate bestseller, Act of 4, the silhouette of a promise. The story begins in ancient times, written largely in Hebrew. It doesn't start with rules, but with a grand canvas. The creation of a perfect universe, a sudden rebellion, and a world fractured by tragedy. Yet right in the wreckage, a promise is whispered. Through the nomadic journeys of Abraham, the dramatic exodus of Moses from Egypt, and the golden, flawed kingdom of David, a single golden thread begins to weave through the text. The Old Testament functions like a massive, centuries-long countdown. Prophets rise and fall, leaving behind a trail of hyper-specific breadcrumbs, foretelling a deliverer who would be born in Bethlehem, suffer for the people, and conquer the darkness. For 400 years after the final prophet, the stage went completely dark. Silence. Act 2, the turning point, then a cry in the wilderness. The New Testament erupts onto the scene in 1st century Greek, the universal language of the Roman Empire. The countdown hits 0. 4 different biographers, a tax collector, a medical doctor, a fisherman, and a young scribe, record the life of Jesus of Nazareth. He didn't arrive with an army to overthrow Rome, as many expected. Instead, he redefined power through humility, healed the marginalized, and claimed to be the fulfillment of every ancient echo in the Hebrew scriptures. The climax of the narrative takes place on a rugged Roman cross and in a borrowed, empty tomb. It is a cosmic plot twist, victory achieved not by inflicting death, but by conquering it. The wildfire. The final act reads like a fast-paced political thriller. A ragtag group of terrified disciples suddenly transforms into a fearless movement. Armed only with a message of grace and resurrection, they turn the Roman Empire upside down. Letters written by a former persecutor turned apostle, Paul, are rushed by messengers across the Mediterranean, answering the messy, real-world questions of early faith communities. Finally, the collection closes with Revelation, a breathtaking, cinematic vision of hope, promising that the fractures of the world will one day be fully healed. The Living Library. The Bible was not written to satisfy our curiosity, but to transform our lives. Howard Hendricks. What makes the Bible an enduring powerhouse in American culture and global history isn't just its survival, it's its vibrant rawness. It doesn't hide the flaws of its heroes. It features broken families, political corruption, deep doubt, and towering poetry. It is a library of law, history, poetry, and prophecy that somehow speaks with one unified voice. Today, it remains the most translated, printed, and debated book in human history. Whether bound in leather on a family coffee table, downloaded on a smartphone app, or studied under the threat of persecution, its central question remains as provocative today as it was in the ancient world. If this story is true, what does it mean for you? If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and support me for more such videos.